So I'm glad nobody's in here yet. But I know y'all are coming in and you wonder why I'm laughing at myself because I just like totally went live and I wasn't ready to. I was trying to get my phone like situated. It keeps falling. I can't get it situated. And so I was like not hitting the go live button yet until I got it just right. And then it fell over and then I hit the go live button and I wasn't ready. Good thing I have my clothes on and everything, right? So here we are. And hey, like it kind of caught me off guard. I was like, oh shoot, I'm live. Well, hello. Let me make sure everything's good on YouTube. We're good over there. Don't worry, my cat is here with me. Say, hey, Ella cat. Oh, she said, hey, look, she's learning how to do launching. Hey, look at. Tell him, hey. Can y'all hear that? That's the cutest little like tiny meow. She's gonna hide behind me though and not. Like, oh, you're going to come up and be in it with me? Come on with it. Oh, hello. I want to say hi to my cat. Welcome to, didn't YouTube started with like cat videos, right? She's purring so hard right now. Say hi to Instagram right there. And say hi to YouTube right there. Oh my goodness. She's like the littlest cat ever. If y'all ever have wondered, she is like literally small. Like she's the size of basically my head. She weighs like 5 pounds. So she's a little tiny cat. And she is, how old are you, Allie? 2005 I got her. So she'll be 14 this summer. So she is not a young whippersnapper, but she acts like a young whippersnapper. She acts like she is like a year old and she runs around like a crazy person. And she's basically the ruler of the entire house. So hey guys, what y'all doing? I was not like I usually like mentally get myself like ramped up, ready to go and be live. And I was totally not even ready to go live. If those of y'all who are just joining me and you missed it, I was getting my phone situated and it fell and I accidentally hit the go live button. And I was like, okay, well, hey, live, we're live. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? I'm so glad that you guys are all here tonight joining me for this live stream. Oh goodness, Laura Beth Schmidt, thank you for the super chat, but I hate to hear that you are in the hospital. So wait, are you in the hospital from anaphylactic shock or one of your children or your husband, or is it you? Hope you're okay. That's not good. Y'all take a minute and say a prayer for her because that's kind of scary. That is very scary. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Hello, Katie Playa. Thank you for the super chat. I hope I said all that right. I hope I pronounced your name right. Let's see. How was Disney? It was wonderful. If anybody has not seen the vlogs, there have been a couple vlogs uploaded from our trip. And then I uploaded a video on my packing strategies, which if you were in my live stream, like right before we left, I showed y'all a little bit of it. But I packed differently than I ever have for the trip before. And it was very interesting and super duper duper helpful. I have some like organizational packing strategies, which usually I am like the day of or the day before throwing things into suitcases. But being that this was going to be my kid's first trip to Disney World, I wanted everything to be just right. And y'all know for me, that means like that everybody's clothes are all put together. I wanted it to be the least stressful trip ever. And wanted to be able to just enjoy it and not wake up and be stressed and running late and everything else. So I was like, we're just going to organize everything and have it all together. So we did. I did. And it was great. I don't think anybody's even asked this on my video, but I didn't even talk about how Cullen packed, but he packed his suitcase. As far as I could tell, I didn't like, he packed it himself and I was over there when he was doing it, but like Marie Kondo style. So doing our clothes Marie Kondo style was super great for packing because we were able to just like shoot and put them in and everything like that, except for the fact that half the laundry wasn't washed. And so we still had to fold it right before the thing. For you, Laura Beth Schmidt, she is the one in the ICU. Oh my goodness. So it is for you yourself. Well, I'm so sorry. Please keep me posted on that and prayers for you as you are going through that. That is really, really stressful. I hope you're going to be okay. Goodness gracious. That's scary. All right. Let's see. Ashley Burkhead, your birthday was this past Thursday. Happy birthday to you. We're like 1 week apart, birthday twins. Let's see. Katie said, there's a lot of Katie's in here tonight. What's up, everybody named Katie? Nice to see all of y'all. We have done the individual bags that included hair bows too for all of our trips for the kids. Wonderful. Yes. And I started to include bows in some of her bags. And then there were some that she was going to like overlap. And I usually am really bad about like literally just grabbing every bow, not every bow, because she has probably 100 bows, but like a variety of colors and putting them all in one big Ziploc baggie. And then that's just too much. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to take the generic colors. I'm going to take a black, a white, a pink, and then I picked a couple that were specific to everything. So yes, but putting a bow in there, that would have made it even more perfect. So let's see. Yes, y'all. I'm excited for y'all to see the vlogs of us on the cruise. The cruise was amazing. It was, yeah, somebody said, Sarah says, one of her most favorite things ever. Yes, definitely. One of our favorite things ever too. Somebody on Instagram asked, do you recommend buying luggage from a certain place? Honestly, if you're going to be flying, personally, I would say, I know some people have opinions and like to buy really expensive luggage. I like to go to like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever, like the discount places, Ross, Dress for Less, and get you some luggage there because it's cheap. And if you're flying, they're going to throw it around. It's going to get damaged or it's going to get like tattered or whatever. But make sure you buy a good brand of luggage at those cheaper places. And you want it to stay together. You don't want it like coming unzipped, but definitely get you some, like, I wouldn't pay bajillions of dollars for luggage personally because it just gets torn up anyway. So, anyway, yeah, I'm online now. Hello, this is live. I mean, unless you're watching it at a time that's not Sunday night, and then it's actually not. How have the kids been around Sophia? They have been great. She's still brand new, so Brooks has not learned that he can be anything other than super careful with her. So they haven't been like around her for long extended periods of time. Every time we've seen her, it's just been kind of like short little time frames where they've gotten to hold her and all that. Brooks absolutely is obsessed. And anytime he like sees a picture or a video or something, he's like, see baby Sophia, see baby Sophia. And when she left the other day, he cried. I was like, I want to hold baby Sophia, and was so sad. And it was pitiful. So, but he loves her so much. Gaines was a little jealous, like when I was holding her and stuff. Brooks was only jealous because he wanted to be holding her, not necessarily, I don't think, because he wanted me to be holding him. He wanted to be holding her himself. Like it was like a fight that Gaines was getting to hold her and he wasn't. So, anyway, they're very sweet. Very, very sweet with her. So, okay, the rest of the Disney vlogs will be up this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So y'all stay tuned. There will be one tomorrow. I'm trying to think what it will be. I think it's starting the cruise tomorrow. So that's super, duper exciting. How's the bathroom renovation going? Okay, the bathroom renovation, we're waiting on the tub. They can't start until the tub comes because they don't want to have like a torn up bathroom, not be able to do the tile like around the tub until the tub comes in. And apparently, who knew, tubs take a while. So we're really excited for our tub and we can't wait to show it to you guys, but it's like being custom made. And so it will be here. Hopefully the goal, what is this? The goal is actually like 2 weeks. So from now to start, as long as the tub is here. So let's just keep our fingers crossed from that because we really want to get it going. We're currently having to like sneak upstairs and take showers in the kids' bathrooms. Cullen usually waits till they're awake, but since I have been actually not this week I've been getting up at 6. I didn't make myself go back to 5 yet because post vacation, all the adjustments, time change and all that. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go with 6. I'm gonna catch up on my sleep. And I'm still so tired. I've like actually been getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep this week and so tired still. Maybe 6 to 7, maybe 1 or 2 nights of 8 hours of sleep. And seriously could still just sleep for days. But since I've been doing that, I've had to be sneaking upstairs when Brooks is still sleeping. So, yes, bathtub is super important. So what I was going to talk about, the reason for the title of this video, if you're on Instagram, you don't have a title, but on YouTube, the title of the video is called Self-Sabotage. And I wanted to talk about one of the questions that I saw, I think it was on the Instagram picture. So I'm going to make actually a video on how I stayed on track with eating and not gaining weight on vacation. I totally and fully had accepted that I was most likely going to gain some weight on vacation because I was not going to just make myself like totally miss all the fun and not taste a Mickey waffle and not eat soft serve on the cruise, because soft serve ice cream is seriously my weakness. Like love, love, love. There's one year actually for Lent that I gave up frozen yogurt because I loved it so much and it was really hard to give up. But what else was I going to say? Sorry, I get distracted. I see comments and I read something that's like not even a question answer. And I'm like, what? Anyways, okay. So the title of the video was self-sabotage because there was a question on my Instagram when I post asking you guys to leave questions about it. And I will probably address this in the video too, but it was just something that I feel like is such a super important part of the whole weight loss thing, and something that is so hard, has been hard for me in the past, and is so hard for a lot of people, feeling like they could screw up one meal or one whatever and be like, screw it, I messed up, and either go ahead and just eat bad the rest of the week or eat bad the rest of the day or totally give up on like not doing well, eating healthy. And that's something that I feel like I have gotten big control over. And I feel like it's something that just totally brings people down so much when you're trying to lose weight or really anything. So this is not just related to weight loss, but anything in life. So you're trying to start a new healthy exercise routine. You're trying to, like, for example, I decided I was going to do these videos and I was going to be consistent with it and I wasn't going to miss a week and all that. And so like in my mind in the past, if I missed 1 week, when I decided I was going to get back to everything, it was like, oh man, I missed a week. Well, whatever. That sucks. Now it's all over. So I'm just not going to make another one the next week. And then I would lose my motivation. Well, I feel like with the weight loss, the easiest way for me to maintain it is to know why, first of all, I'm doing it. And with the majority of the change in eating habits that I have had, it makes me feel better. So as much as it seems like I should be motivated by like, oh, I want to get healthy and I want to live longer and like blah, blah, blah. I do. Yes, I do. But honestly, that's never been a big enough motivation for me to like turn down a piece of cake, because cake is good and donuts are good and ice cream is good or whatever. And so like the motivation of that when I'm in some like, down emotional state or I'm frustrated or whatever else, it's like, screw it. I don't care. I'm not going to die today from eating this ice cream. So I'm just going to eat it. But knowing that there's an immediate result of, if I continue to eat like the bad foods, if I continue to eat a bunch of sugar and all this, the rest of my day is going to go like this. So not just that I'm going to gain weight either, because yeah, that's a motivation, is to want to lose weight. But honestly, that's never even been enough because you don't see it immediately. So for me, it's the fact that I could see immediately that like it would make me, if I would eat a bunch of sugar instead of eating like a balanced protein, fat, fiber, greens meal, I would just like be hungry in an hour and I would want to eat more sugar. And it would start the spiral of like, if I had a lot of sugar and didn't have those other things, then I would want more sugar and more sugar and more sugar, and it would just keep going. And then I would feel like crap. And then I knew that I did not want to feel like crap and be irritable and up and down and everything on the trip with my kids. But I think, living the dream. Thank you for the super chat. She said she's doing the Whole30 challenge and posting her journey. Can't imagine trying to eat healthy on a cruise. Cocktails. Can't wait for your videos. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't tell myself like, okay, you cannot eat anything bad and you have to only, blah, blah, blah. I didn't get specific about it. I think a lot of times people, including myself previously, overthink it too. So it's like, I don't know. I overthink everything in life. So the fact that I don't super duper overthink it is kind of surprising to me, but I tried not to overthink it. I tried to think of it as like mostly in the mornings, I knew I needed to get like a good, hearty, fat, fiber, grains, and protein. I always forget one of them in my breakfast. I didn't take my smoothie maker with me and I didn't take all my smoothie stuff. And I knew I wouldn't want to eat that because like going on a cruise, going to Disney World, there's breakfast opportunities. There's like everything. So in the mornings, most of the time I would get like eggs and I would put, luckily on the cruise, they had like a buffet style with eggs. They had like nuts you could put on there. They even had flaxseed, which was great. And then usually there's some kind of green something at breakfast. There was actually asparagus one morning. I don't know. Sometimes they would have salad, I guess. I'm trying to think. I don't know. But I would try to make sure that I got those things in. And then the kids would get Mickey waffles or, you know, whatever else the special treat was. And I would let myself have a bite or two of that. So it wasn't so much of like limiting things as much as making sure I did have the good, nutritious things. Whereas in the past, my mindset would have been like, well, if I'm going to eat a Mickey waffle, I'm going to eat like 3 Mickey waffles and then that'll be it. So that I'll restrict myself in other ways. But if I made sure that I ate the good stuff first that fulfilled me, and like, because I've trained my body to eat this way, it helps keep down my sugar cravings. Like I don't crave sugar as much. So I'm more easily able to resist the temptations. So I'm more easily able to eat like just a bite of the Mickey waffle or like 2 bites, 3 bites, whatever, many bites. But kind of telling myself if I'm going to eat, if I really want something, I'm going to eat some of it, but maybe I won't eat the whole entire thing. So the majority of the time that I got soft serve, and I'm pretty sure I got one every day, and I kind of waited. I was like, I kind of told myself like, well, I'll get one each day because I was like, I'm just going to have one. I'm just going to have to. And so I would get one. And I would kind of wait till a time when I knew it was around the time I was going to eat another meal or like right after I'd eaten a meal so that I wouldn't have the temptation to eat the whole entire thing and then want another one because I wasn't like starving. So a lot of the times I would eat all the ice cream and leave most of the cone. Or there was, I think, once or twice that maybe I ate the whole entire thing and was like, whatever, screw it. It's the last day. I'm going to eat the whole cone. But I would try to just kind of regulate it in that way so that I felt like I was getting a taste of what I wanted, but wasn't just totally going crazy. So I think that's just important in everything. Like along this whole journey is not letting one bad decision or one mistake or one bad moment ruin the whole rest of the day. And something I've said in other videos about lots of different things before is how you can choose to like start over at any moment in the day. You don't have to wait for tomorrow. You don't have to wait for like Monday. You don't have to wait for the first of the month or whatever. You can literally start over in a moment. You can start over in the middle of a meal if you want to. If you've gotten a plate full of bad stuff and suddenly you feel strongly convicted and motivated that you don't want to eat all of it, don't eat it. Go take it, put it away, throw it away, whatever. I remember once, I literally don't remember where this was or where I heard this. It was on some TV show or something back when we were very first married. And I remember it was some kind of weight loss thing. And they said, if you feel bad throwing away food, because I do, I'm like, well, there's like this whole Mickey waffle and like, that's a Mickey waffle. You can't throw that away. Would you rather see that Mickey waffle in the trash can or would you rather see it on your hips? And I was like, ooh, that's good. Because like, I don't really care if it's in the trash. If the other option is it like add an extra fat roll or something, you know, or like adding to your sugar roller coaster throughout the day. So I try to tell myself that too. Like if I don't throw it away, it's only hurting myself. Like it's not hurting anybody that I accidentally got too much or whatever. It's not hurting anybody to throw that away or not eat it. It's like hurting me to force myself to eat it because I'm worried about it going in the trash. So that was kind of a like mindset changer for me a long time ago. That didn't always work, obviously, but it's something that I do use a lot of times to tell myself. But so, anyways, you can kind of reset at any time, and I basically, for the majority of the time, just tried to like be reasonable with stuff. I didn't want to, I feel like with this whole thing, this whole time, November, it was actually like October 28th or no, 29th, 30th. I don't know. Maybe it was November 1st, November 2nd. I don't remember. I say November 1st because it was somewhere around in that range. It was a Friday. So whatever the Friday was, that was like the end of October, the beginning of November, I literally decided who starts a diet on a Friday when you have date night that night. That would be me, because I listened to Kelly LeVeque's book on a Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday. And I was like, screw waiting till Monday. I am ready. I'm motivated now. And so I started, and haven't looked back since then, but I haven't expected perfection. I told myself from the beginning, I wasn't doing this just to lose weight. Like, I literally didn't start it with the intention of, I want to lose a bunch of weight. Obviously, that's been a perk. That was always a goal. I mean, I'm always trying to lose weight. Literally my whole life since I was probably 10. I'm pretty sure I've been trying to lose weight. And so my weight has always been up and down. But being able to tell myself I'm doing this to feel better, and I'm changing my eating and following the way that she recommends as a way to help you feel better, help your brain feel less like foggy, help you have more energy, help you not feel like grumpy and then happy and then grumpy and then happy and then exhausted and then like you need a nap right after you eat. That was my motivation from the beginning. And that's what's kind of kept me going. And as I've lost weight, obviously that's transitioned into like, well, I don't want to mess up my weight loss now. You know, I don't want to go back. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to mess up my weight loss, all of that. And then there's times when I can think like, well, if I just were to be cutting calories and, you know I would still lose weight or still maintain my weight loss. But when I've done that on some days and not paid attention to making sure that I get the amount of like protein and fiber and fat and greens and all that, I just don't feel as good. And so that's motivation enough for me to keep going. But I've told myself that if I go to, some event or even a cruise or a dinner or a lunch and have a carby meal, then that doesn't mean that the next meal has to be bad too. It doesn't mean I have to wait till tomorrow to start or till the end of the weekend. I can start over the next meal, or I can not have the dessert with that meal, or I can like limit myself in a different way. So it's all about balance. Sarah Curtis, thank you for the super chat. She said, if you get a quick sec, I sent you a DM on your Instagram in reference to your swing questions for Brooks, major things that have helped us. Sorry to interrupt. Oh, okay. Thank you. I will check that. Okay. So let me tell y'all real quick. I'm going to interrupt this just for a second about DMs on Instagram. So if I'm not following you, then it goes into like a request folder and I can see those, but it only shows me so many. And I don't know how many. It says like at the top 99 plus requests. So I don't know what the actual number is. But once I get to the bottom of them, it like cuts it off. And I know that there will be more at the bottom because it'll say like, the last one was sent yesterday afternoon. And I know people were sending them to me a couple days ago. So if it's been a while that you wrote me something that you really want me to see, if it's been like several days or a week, feel free to send it again to make sure that it didn't get lost in like the cutout thing at the bottom of Instagram. So Sarah, you might want to send it again if you sent it a while ago. If it's been within the last day or two, it's probably still there and I can get to it. But anyways, that's just an aside. So anyways, as far as the self-sabotage goes, don't sabotage yourself and don't let yourself have one bad meal or eat 7 Reese's cups one night when you usually just allow yourself to have one. Don't let that totally make you feel like you failed altogether. Somebody that I follow on Instagram that has been like a YouTube friend forever since the beginning is Jenny Wagner. If y'all know who she is, her Instagram, she has a weight loss Instagram, and now I think it's _Jen's Journey _. It used to be Jen's 100-pound journey, and then she changed it. So I'm not sure exactly what it is now. But I remember I've been following her for a while, and she's lost 100 pounds in the past year. She just recently hit her year mark, and she's been a super big inspiration for me, and she's amazing. But there's been so many times where she's talked about, like having a bad eating day or a bad eating couple days or having a couple days where you get off the wagon. And I remember she went on a cruise back over the summer and had gained a few pounds on the cruise and came back and was like, it's fine because I know I didn't gain like a couple pounds of fat on the trip. When you come back from a trip, a lot of times you're going to be like have some water retention. You're going to, different things like that. So you literally didn't gain back like fat that you lost necessarily. If it's just been a week or if it's just been a few days, the scale is going to fluctuate a little bit and you just get back on track. And Kelly LeBeck's book actually has a big section in it on like traveling or weekends or like planning for a weekend. I had planned for myself that I was going to not be 100% consistent throughout the trip. And I mean, I wouldn't even call it like cheating. I would call it balancing throughout the days, allowing myself the things that I really wanted. So previously, maybe I would go to the breakfast thing and I'd look at the waffles, and then I've always liked eggs. So I'd see the eggs. Maybe there'd be like a biscuit and jelly. I'm like, ooh, a biscuit and jelly sounds good. I don't have that often. But like, if I'm going to allow myself to have some things that I usually wouldn't have or that I know won't make me feel good, I'm going to pick the top one or two things and I'm going to totally savor those things and eat them and be like, oh, this is so delicious. And then know that I got a taste of it and then know that I'm going to feel better because I did it. And rewarding yourself for those small victories. Like, I'm so proud of myself that I only had a couple bites of the, I keep saying Mickey waffle, whatever. There's more better things on a cruise in Disney World than just Mickey waffles. But I guess it's kind of a little bit of a bonus having the kids because, they would get the little treats or like ice cream or whatever. And I just have a little bit of theirs. So I think that's part of it. So, let's see. I think I don't even remember where I was going. I just got distracted. Slim Fast Keto has a good peanut butter cup. Oh, that's interesting because I bought some keto cups at Whole Foods. They were awful. I did not like them. I actually, it was about a month or so ago maybe, and Granberry was over here at our house, and I was like, I know she's been doing keto, and so I was like, hey, do you want to try these? Because I think they're kind of gross. Don't you love when people are like, these are nasty, you want one? But who knows? I thought she might like them. And she actually liked them better than I did. They're like really, really dark chocolate. And I do not like dark chocolate at all. So I personally don't think they were great. But if there's a Slim Fast one, I might have to try that. That sounds good. But I also just, I seriously have a Reese's cup every day. You probably aren't going to hear many people that are like losing weight and trying to eat healthier tell you that. And don't take my advice as being like the right thing to do. I am not a medical professional and I do not specialize in any type of nutrition. I just know that I like to have a Reese's cup at night, and that's what I'm letting myself do. And it's been fine. So anyways, I'm sure if I cut that out, because sometimes they'll turn into like 3 Reese's cups. And I know if I cut that out, I could probably lose more weight or faster, or whatever else, balance sugar, who knows. But for right now, I know that if I feel like I totally restrict myself in that area, then I'm going to be like bitter and resentful and want to eat all the other chocolate things or all the other sweet things. And if I just have a little bit, then I'll be good. I'll be good. So, what questions do y'all have about this? Thanks. The fire is really cozy. It is cold here again in the middle of March. I don't know what I'm going to do when the weather's not cold anymore and where I'm going to do these live streams, because I like that it's cozy by the fire. Where do y'all think I should do them? I just don't know. Leave me suggestions. Yes. You're sticking to a new lifestyle and it gets easier to pick and choose. Yes, that's very true. Once you realize, like, really the biggest thing, and I say this all the time, is knowing why you're doing it. For me, it also took a lot of mindset change in general to get to where I could stick to something, to get to where I realized it was okay to take care of myself where it was okay to do things the way I wanted to and not the way that I felt like I had to. It was okay to have a Reese's cup every night if I wanted to, because that's what worked for me, mentally, physically, whatever. That's what worked for me. If 70 people wanted to comment and tell me that that's the worst thing that I could possibly do for myself, I had to be confident in myself and say, you know what, this is what I'm doing right now. Maybe I'll get to the point where I'll cut that out. I also didn't start with, I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember exactly how it went, but I know that I slowly cut different things out to begin with. Then November 1st, or I think it was the 2nd, totally just went like, okay, I'm doing this. Like, I'm doing it. I'm not having pasta every night for dinner anymore. I'm not eating pasta for lunch. I'm not eating Lean Pockets for lunch. I'm going to just stick to what Kelly LeVeque tells me to do. And I don't know. Let's see. They say your why has to be bigger than your excuses. So what is your why? Yes, definitely. That's definitely true. Because I can make every excuse in the world of why I want to do something, or why I did something, or why I need to eat something bad. But knowing that your why, like, yes, it really is motivating to be healthy in the long run, to lose weight in the long run. But like I said originally, for me, for sure, having something immediate, like knowing that it's going to change how I feel in the moment, in the day, in the next day. Kind of like, if you drink and you drink too much, it's like fine and good in the moment. You're having a good old time, but the next morning you're not going to feel so great. And after doing that a few times, you're going to realize, like, it may not affect me in the moment tonight, but tomorrow I'm not going to feel so great. So, like, I know I've got to do this. I know I have to take care of my kids, or I have a fun event I want to go to, or I'm going to go to, or got work to do. You just decide you don't want to feel that way. And so it's kind of the same way with eating for me. I've seen how it can change my mood, my attitude, my cravings. I hate when I get to a point where I've eaten too much sugar, then I end up craving more sugar. And I'm like, golly, this pisses me off that I'm like wanting to eat all the sugar right now. So, see, y'all, all y'all with the dark chocolate, I hate dark chocolate so much. I just don't like it at all. It tastes like coffee grinds to me or something. Okay, so a lot of people are saying the back porch. So, what? Oh, sorry, I'm reading comments and I'm getting distracted. The back porch sounds like a great idea, and I've thought about that, but where we live, it's kind of like open, and if somebody in your, like, you can hear everything and it echoes a lot. So I'm really worried because I'm not talking quietly. And if I'm not there talking like this, y'all won't be able to hear me and it won't be very pleasant. So I'm afraid I'll be like yelling and all the neighbors will, I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know that would work. So the new bathroom, how about the new bathroom? I'll do my live stream from the new bathroom when it gets done, the new bathtub. Let's see. So it was in a way to gain some control, maybe because other things are out of control. Yeah, and that's totally true. I feel like a lot of times and I think I'll talk about this in my video. I have so many things I want to talk about in this video that I want to make, and I always do, and then I end up making it way too long. But yes, and eating things that made me happy as far as in the very moment was definitely something that was a problem. Emotional eating is a problem for a lot of people. So being able to like recognize that it may make me happy in the minute because it tastes good or whatever, but that it wouldn't make me happy in the long run, even the next day, even later in the day or whatever, was a big part of being able to say like, okay, I'm not going to do this because I'm making a decision to do this for myself. So that was kind of part of it, something that I could control, but it really totally honestly was resetting my whole mindset of being able to take care of myself, being okay with taking care of myself, being allowed to take care of myself, and just kind of realizing that I'm my own person. If you haven't seen all my first videos, even if you did, but knowing what you know now, after everything that's happened in the past couple months, you might see him in a whole different light. Those first videos that I made. I know I came across, I was looking for some post or some picture on Instagram, and I ran across a post that I put up back in September or October. And it was a picture of Brooks in between some rocks. We had gone hiking or something. And it's about being stuck between a rock and a hard place, and how I had tried to help him get out. And when I helped him, I didn't turn him the right way. And so he kind of got frustrated because he didn't think he could get out or whatever. And so then I just kind of backed up and let him do it. And he literally just turned and walked straight out. And he wasn't even really stuck when he thought he was stuck to begin with. I thought he was stuck. And so I was trying to help him get out. And about how I've, as a person, as a people pleaser, as a helper, as a fixer, I've always tried to fix things for other people. And sometimes you have to kind of back away. And once you back away, it's easier to see other people realize that they can, will, are needing to change things in their own way. And maybe your way wasn't even good to begin with. I don't know. It was a really good motivational post. As I read it, I was like, ooh, this is a good reminder to myself, note to myself. So yeah, I don't know. It was interesting going back and reading some of my old stuff, and it makes me want to go back and rewatch some of my old videos. Bubblegum chewing, yes, that totally helps. I talked about that in, I think it was my What I Eat in a Day video. If y'all haven't seen that, that explains a lot of this stuff and a lot of the weight loss stuff, like what I've done, what I eat, how I eat, and all that stuff. But I definitely have some it's a plastic container, icebreakers. They're little cubes, and the grape ones taste so good, and they taste seriously like a grape, I don't even know, slushy or something. And they're so good. But getting those kind of flavored gums, they don't keep their flavor for very long, but a lot of times it'll be enough that I will, and I do this at night after I've had my Reese's cup, when I'm like, okay, I really want to eat 5 more, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to get this piece of gum right now and put it in my mouth and chew it. And by then I will find something else to do. Usually it's cleaning up something, packing the kids' lunch, starting to turn out the lights, and going on with everything. It will just distract me long enough that I kind of forget about what I want. I'll go brush my teeth, all those types of things to kind of yeah. Your eyes are going cross trying to read this. What are you trying to read? I don't know what you're trying to read. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to read if there's anything else, but I need to end this live stream because it has been a long time. Oh my goodness. Is Brooks potty trained? Yes. Okay. I think I've seen that question pop up 7 times. Why are we talking about that? I don't know. Anyways, all right, let's see. Kelly said, I'm in the same place as you a few months ago, just finished breastfeeding and now slowly starting to get rid of the rest of the weight. I have 30 pounds to go, 15 baby plus 15 more. Yes, totally. And I've talked about this before, and several people have been like, yes, me too, but gain weight breastfeeding, which is super annoying because the rest of the world is like, oh, just breastfeeding, you'll lose so much weight. Doesn't work that way for everybody, apparently. Some people hold on to the weight, and your body's like, oh, hey, let's save all the fat because you might need that. No, I don't. Thank you. I appreciate it though. But so stopping breastfeeding definitely helped with that too. But even after every miscarriage I had 2 before gains, and after each one of those, I gained weight. And I mean, I'm sure some of it was the emotional eating and not eating right and all that, but I didn't necessarily change my eating in a very significant way. And even some of those times in between, I was trying to cut calories, trying to diet, trying to do all those things. And after having a miscarriage, losing weight was impossible, it seemed. And I really wish I'd known about Kelly LeVeque and her book at that point, which I don't think it was even out at that point. But I feel like it might have changed things for me. I don't know. It could also just be a hormonal imbalance type thing that happens with my body after I have kids. And when your body goes through a miscarriage, no matter how early in the pregnancy you are, your body still has this hormonal reaction as if you had had a baby to some extent. So it's really interesting. And so after each one of those, I gained 10 pounds. And then like with pregnancy, I only gained like 15 pounds, maybe 20 with Brooks, but I think it was closer to 15 with each of my pregnancies, and then lost it immediately within like the first week or two after giving birth. Cause obviously 15 pounds is like baby and uterus and fluid and placenta and all that. Lost it immediately. But then at the 2-month mark, like 8 weeks with both of them, I started gaining weight slowly back up. So the whole point of that was that finally, for the first time since pre-pregnancies, I'm finally back at the weight I was pre-Gaines pregnancy. So I do have some more weight to go to get back to where I was pre both miscarriages, but I'm finally glad to be, I guess for the first time since after Gaines was born, back to my pre-Gaines weight. That sounds weird. Pre-Gaines. Gaines is her name. Pre-Gaines weight. Anyways, yes, that's where things go. But y'all don't sabotage yourself, not just with weight loss, but with anything. You can restart and reset at any point in your day, in your week, in your moment, in the second that you decide that you want to reset your day, your mind, your motivation, whatever it is. I've been listening to the book, and Cullen's actually been listening to it too. And I had downloaded it a couple weeks ago, and he started listening to it because our Audible is on like both of our phones. And he was like, oh my gosh, you have to listen to this book. It's so good. And it's Mel Robbins, and it's called like How to Take Control of Your Life or something like that. Oh my gosh, it's so good. She does like coaching sessions with people. It's so amazing. Like really, really, really motivating. It's so good. Whew, so good. Anyways, all right. I'm going to get off of here. Little shout out to Granberry. Gave me this beautiful necklace today. Do you guys like? I thought it was so pretty. And then my mom gave me these earrings the other day, and they're like lightweight, leathery kind of earrings. So they actually kind of go together well. It's like they coordinated it, but they didn't. So thanks to my mom and my mom-in-law for the awesome, cute jewelry. I love it. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm going to go to bed and try to get up at 5 again in the morning because I've been slacking. I've been only getting up at 6, but I keep telling myself I was just on vacation, so I had to have a minute to catch up. But yeah, that's the plan. All right, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my video on Thursday. There will be a video on Thursday. Sorry, I'm not ending yet. I think it's going to be the maintaining my weight on the cruise and thing. I don't know. Maybe I'll do an Instagram poll because I can't decide if I want to do that or just like the general Disney Q&A. I'll see which ones you guys want to do first. But be thinking about where else I can do this video because I don't really want to sit on the porch and yell and the neighbors be like, who is this girl talking to? What's she doing? But anyway, okay. I'll see you later. Bye. Instagram, I'm not ending you yet. Just YouTube first.